Yo, what's up everybody, welcome to another video on my channel. Last night hunxho just dropped his new album For Her 2 and I produced on song number 6, which is called Intimate Relationships. It actually has been dropped 2 weeks ago, but since the album just came out, I thought why not make a video about it now and tell y'all how everything went together. So first I'm gonna tell you a little story about it, and then later on we're also gonna do a quick breakdown of the sample. So I would say let's not waste any time and let's get straight into it. And yeah, actually this whole song was insanely complicated. It was like around a month ago where hunxho previewed the song for the first time on his Instagram live.
Why I feel like you ain't really wanna make up. You go back to your ways soon as you break off.
And then someone just hit me up saying, yo, isn't that your loop? And I was like, hell yeah, and I tried to figure out how everything came together. So I asked a couple of people and they told me that there are a bunch of different versions of that song. So all with different drums, arrangements, and nobody really knew which version is gonna be picked. The next thing that was really complicated about that song was that there was a sample in the original version. I'm also gonna tell you a bit more about it later on when we're gonna break down the loop. But basically we had to hit up K6 to remake the vocal. Then we all remade it, mixed it new, and then eventually also had the chance to contact the owner of the sample. So yeah, everything is a bit weird, but big shoutouts to my boy DB, Eli and K6 for making this happen. I'm really satisfied how everything turned out, and now I would say let's come to the breakdown. And so here we are in the original project file of the loop, and basically everything started with this vocal right here. And actually this vocal is from a movie that I watched around 2 years ago together with my girlfriend, and back then it already inspired me, but I never made something with it. And then around 3 months ago I was sitting in the garden and thinking about that movie and remembered that it had one crazy score, so crazy film music, and that's why I came back to it and I found the song Final with this vocal. On top of the vocals, we came up with these piano chords right here. The keys that I used for that is Unicorder from Contact and this Pure Hidden 3 preset right here. The Pure Hidden preset is actually a stock preset from that bank, but I changed some settings right here and also some effects here and also here and those settings as well. And yeah, that's kind of my go-to preset from Unicorder that I always use. I just think it sounds really good for these R&B samples. And yeah, the next thing you probably notice when listening to that song is that piano top line right here, which this time is a different preset. This is called the Jazzy Felt preset and it sounds like this. And then on top we wanted to add another layer, and this is this synth right here from Sky Keys. The preset is called About Time, and yeah, it sounds like this. Yeah, it just follows the chords of the piano. Nothing special besides that little roll at the end right here. And yeah, for the effects on this one we added this chorus, then this delay that you can hear. Then some EQ cutting out some lows, another one cutting out some muddy frequencies. This is very important when you make your loops. Always make sure to cut out some low mids at around 200 to 500 hertz. This is where a lot of mud is, so when your sample sounds a bit muddy, and this is probably why. And then just finally this patch up preset with which we got rid of the stereo lows. So this is basically just a mid side EQ, and on the side EQ you can see this cutout. So basically only these frequencies are stereo and all of the ones that have been cut out are mono now. Yeah, next on we got the guitars, and they also just follow the chords of the piano. So we just start with an E major chord, but I only use the third note and the E. So just the G sharp and the E. So actually it's not a full chord. If it would be a full chord, we would also have to add the fifth. But yeah, I prefer to have 2 note chords on the guitar sometimes because it just sounds a bit more thin and a bit more clean. So we got the E major, then we got the F sharp major, then we got the G sharp minor, and then finally, of course, the B major. Yeah, next on we got this little arpeggio pattern on top of the chords. Yeah, just a really simple one in the background. Yeah, for the effects on the guitars, we first got a guitar rig. Next on, we got an EQ, then another one. Then we got a delay at a 1/4 setting. And then finally, just some reverb. And this preset will also be in my new Guitar Masters 2 kit. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard of the Guitar Masters 1, which performed really well. So I thought, why not double down and drop another one? This time you get all of my guitar amp presets, full mixer chains, guitar phrases, some opportunities for y'all, and of course some crazy courses if you want to learn the guitar. Inside there are all presets for my placements, so whether that's the young boy placement, the hunxho placement, every preset is in there. If you're interested, feel free to check it out. It's gonna drop exactly 1 day after this video drops, so if you're watching this, it's probably already out. If yes, feel free to check out the first link in the description. And then we just took that arpeggio guitar, copied it over, and pitched it down by 1 octave in the second part. So now all the guitars sound like this. Yeah, and then finally we just got this bass right here. And as I said in the beginning, K6 had to remake the sampled vocal. So we sent this whole thing over to him, and then he came back to us with the new vocal, which sounded very similar to the original one. To make it sound a bit more smooth, we added some effects. So first we got this EQ right here, then another one. Then we added this stereo shaper to make it sound more stereo. And to do that, open up the plugin and click this arrow right here 2 times. Then you've got this preset right here, and this just makes everything a bit wider. You can also play around with the delay to make it less wide. Next on this delay with the 1/4 dotted setting and the ping pong mode turn on. And finally some reverb and another EQ to make it sound less harsh. Then the vocal sounds like this. And yeah, that's already it. That's how we made the song Intimate Relationships. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video right here. Make sure to check out Guitar Masters 2 if it's already out. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.
Why I feel like he ain't really wanna make all. You go back to your old ways soon as we break off. Accountability for both of us, girl, take some. And if the love ain't there for me no more, then say something. And if you wanna leave and go, nobody made us. I fucked around with other hoes, but nothing major. Should I leave or stick around through complications? Should I really be this bothered, let it phase me?